Hello again, welcome back for another daily Bind of Isaac with Pet, and it is May 27, 2024. It is Memorial Day, too. And we're going to do a daily, see if there's a theme to this. I assume maybe not, because I know it's like a national holiday here, but we'll see here. I don't know if I ever played a special daily for that or not. If there is a special daily for this, curated. Just wait for that to load. Loading. Here we go. Eat and run. Okay. Seed here. Oh, no, it's not a seed. Duh. What's seed? Mom's heart. Okay. Short run. Nothing curated. Pretty straightforward, I suppose. Weather's been wacky last few days or so. Been getting, finally, a bunch of rain. There's more rain in the forecast, too. We're at the point where we might be getting some flooding, too, now. Close to the flood stage. That's exciting. Yeah. I mean, we needed it. Like, we've been having a drought. Like, drought issues the last couple of years, so... So the crops were just, all over the place this year. I know this year, the last couple of years. Like the sweet corn, for example, wasn't so great. I mean, it was still good, but it wasn't, fleshed out, so to speak. Like it wasn't, juicier, meatier, kind of thing. Yeah, so there's that. Gotta do some lifting tonight. Gotta get up early in the morning. Gotta eat. Oh, before I get up early in the morning, I gotta eat before that. I napped today, too. I actually had a coffee yesterday. I never had a Turkish coffee. So I got myself an opportunity to try some of that stuff. And while the person who made it, I mean, they were kind of the younger side, and they were kind of quickly making the stuff too. They don't know how to make it. They're getting instructions from somebody else. So it wasn't that great. Like the coffee was burnt and it had cardamom in it or whatever it's called, which is kind of similar to turmeric. It's got a similar taste and texture, and I think it's orange too, same color. Let's get rid of those guys because they are freaks of nature. I mean, it didn't hurt to try it. I'll probably come back again when there's somebody there that has better experience with the coffee. Because I think the problem was I was tasting a lot of the malic acid, which is like the stuff you taste where it's burnt. I noticed too they have a bunch of sediment, which I guess is common for that coffee because it's finer than espresso from what I was told. So, yeah. I was like talking to somebody about it. It's like, well, you know what? They got a French press. We wouldn't be having so much sediments in the bottom of the cups. It was hot as piss too, those cups. Not only because like it was Turkish coffee, but also like they're using Dixie cups. I mean, it worked, didn't it? It's not like I'm holding my hand out and drinking out of that, burning my hand. 3rd-degree burns or something. Oh, McDonald's. I haven't ate there since pre-COVID. I've seen the price, like the price menu stuff or whatever recently. I think it was McDonald's breaking down each of their menu items, and then I think Burger King might have been doing that, and Taco Bell. Or maybe it was just whatever. McDonald's. I think maybe it was just McDonald's. There might be something else out there somewhere. Comparing the prices late 2019 to now. Like medium fries in themselves went up over 300%. I'm like, oh, look at that. We're totally not in you know, economic downturns or anything like that. Now I'm paying 300% of my extra cost on my eggs or anything like that, or you know what I mean. It's just, I might as well just grab this, right? Like I might find a different space bar in the future. Well, the costs are going up because it's working. The economy's working. Okay. And those guys are just disappeared into the realm of whatever. You know what? Why not? This could get me into some trouble, but why not? That's helpful. I didn't get much when it came to like consumables or anything. Not consumables, but like items. Starting items great. It helps with, you know, the lack of damage. Contributes to Leviathan, so. Yeah, today's been on the cooler side. Yesterday was kind of hotter at first, and then had a cold front that moved in, so didn't seem so freaking crazy before. Alright, I'm gonna grab all this here, except that one. And I'm just gonna keep the eraser. We're 2/3 guppy. We might be able to find a gupster item. No need to keep the head with me. All right. Looking fantastic. Wow, looky here. I know, I get like a cube of whatever meat. Craps. Creeps. Oh, this guy. Yeah, so yeah. I didn't do a whole lot today. I've been, I guess, essentially catching up on sleep and stuff. Not really a whole lot to do, really. Okay, I should not have done that. Got hit by that son of a gun. I fucked that up. Oh, well, you know what? That worked out. I forgot about the wisp that it generates. That works the same way. So as long as I hit the enemy with it. Bands are keys. Hooey. No, it would not be there. Okay. Take a gander, because we got one guppy item to go. That looks like a possible secret room there. That's just terrible. Well, not terrible, but, you know. Not something I'm looking for a space bar. It's great for, like, if you want to save your bombs or you have no bombs. It has some utility. But I don't want it. You can keep that hot garbage. I don't care anymore. Speaking of garbage. All right. Seeing that there was a list of like movies that are going to be coming out from now until 2026. And they're remaking Naked Gun, it looked like I seen on there, which I'm not surprised. They're just going to be touching classics and make their own shitty rendition of them. What else did I see on there? Well, they had like Disney stuff too, Disney sequels of movies. And then it's like, they're rebooting Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, come on. It's getting all silly. And then there's like a bunch of Marvel stuff on there they were listing, and then some DC stuff. Batman Part 2 I seen on there, which is interesting because I haven't even got around to see the first one yet. The recent one, that is, not like Batman Begins, because I haven't even seen that one. I saw the other two in the trilogy. Okay, you little shit. Trying to come at me like that. Dangerous times we are left here with, Harry. Best be ready for it. Oh, shit. Fuck this room. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, I did get an item dropped. I was gonna say, it's like, shouldn't he dropped it when I killed him? No, because he had to kill the whole body. Fuck these worms. Wisp of Doom. 2 for 1 special. And then Saw 11 comes out next year. I thought there was something I seen that it comes out. Oh no, wait, Saw 11. Wait a minute. Let me back up here. Because they had Saw X, which is like Saw 10, but it wasn't Saw 10 because there was a prequel between 2 and 3. It's the sequel of that prequel. I haven't even got around to seeing Saw X yet. That's the one Saw movie I haven't seen yet. I heard it was pretty good. My question, though, is, like, when will it end? I know they're going back in time to, like, expand on the universe and stuff, but, like... Because, like, when you're going forward, like, Kramer's obviously... Well, I'm not going to spoil it, but... Let's just say things are going to be impossible in the future unless they just did some kind of, like, passing the torch thing to somebody else, which they were kind of late into that with the other ones. They kept changing them was the deal. You had a copycat or something, too. The whole thing's weird. Also, why am I getting all these champions? Well, I deserve this. These fucking eyeballs, man. I mean, I did this myself. I picked up freaking Vanishing Twin or whatever it's called. Item. Alright, what do we got? Luck. With health. Health with luck and range. Okay. Pacify me, Captain. Alright. I bet this run's going to be highly competitive today. Don't ask me why. Fuck that up. Whatever. Oh, I don't know why it's so competitive. I could have went back and explored some more last floor. Ruined forever. And I could have also not bought like some items in the shop. Ruined forever. Good luck getting the first place on the PC version of Isaac, where there's a lot more competition there is in the consoles. Good luck. Unless everybody just not played today. Crazy stuff. Speaking of movies, I've seen a George Lucas thing talking about his original works. It's like, he's not gonna release them ever. Da 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 da. The edits the only ones to keep. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm not surprised, I guess, too. Of course, there's been a dedicated group I seen years ago. It was being talked about on YouTube. That is meticulously, like, piecing all the different versions of each of the Star Wars films, his works, anyways, and trying to make it true to the original as possible from the theater. And so how they do that is, well, they probably have the very few people who've seen it in theaters know what to look for, I guess, with color grading and stuff like that. What they can remember, or maybe photos out there somewhere of what it looked like in the theaters. I don't know. For the shots. And then stuff like that. So they're kind of essentially taking different pieces, because different pieces of the original movie were ended up on all these different kind of mediums. VHS tape, Betamax, the big ass CD one too. I forget what it's called. High disc or something. Is that right? Something like that. And so they're kind of piecing all these original parts to it together, DVDs too, and maybe Blu-rays, because each of them have like different versions. Each of the movies have different versions of them, and they have parts in them that aren't on the later versions too. Like an example given, the puppet that was used for Phantom Menace was later changed into like a CGI version of Yoda. But in the theatrical, which I've seen in theaters back in '99, it was a puppet. And of course, this reshowing wasn't a puppet, which was just fucking nonsense, my dude. You know, that was the case with like Yoda, supposedly an issue with it being a puppet or whatever for Phantom Menace. Okay, so if it was a issue, how come you don't go back and revise the much older films with making Yoda CGI? You know? It's because Phantom Menace is supposed to be like the new prequel trilogy, and you know, for the 21st century to experiment with more 3D stuff, or just blend it together with the already 3D stuff that they put in the film. I don't know. I had no problems with Yoda being a puppet, so. And you know what? And I'll say this too, because it might sound a little controversial. Wait, why do I get? Oh, I see. I got that item. I was gonna say, I'm dropping 2 items. I didn't really have too many issues with Jar Jar, believe it or not. At least with the first movie. I have to go back and watch the second movie again or something. And the third. Well, as a kid, I didn't have a problem with Jar Jar, and as an adult, going back and watching that in theaters again. There we go. I didn't really have problems either. Like, I can definitely see people's viewpoints with Jar Jar being like a filler character or something. That's true. Oh, he's clumsy, he's annoying, he's loud and shit. Yeah, I could see that. Which, by the way, Disney's making a Star Wars multiverse Lego movie thing or whatever, show. And one of the things they're going to put in the show is Jar Jar Binks being a Sith Lord. Kind of meme they're playing off that's been played off so many times decades ago. You know, it's kind of like with companies like Burger King and stuff like that. They try to do something super cringy with a meme that's like super out of date. Or if it's not out of date, they do it a very poor execution with it, just very cringe. Or a combination of the two. It's out of date and it's cringe. For example, I saw a clip online of, I guess it's a Colbert show or something like that. I don't know what the hell it is at this point. But anyways, late night television, almost nobody's watching these days. And I gotta hurry to get to the freaking boss rush. Thank you. Fuck. We're gonna have the time. Come on, motherfuckers. No devil deal. Fine. I just had to make it. I'm taking this. So anyways, they were showing off like something tied with like President Biden's like campaign thing. I think it was tied to like looking for a meme manager, paying $80,000 or something for the 2024 campaign. And so I think what they were doing was they were playing off like some cursed animation on this show. It was like Biden as a skibbity toilet character. I was like, okay. It's supposed to be mocking with the meme manager stuff, I guess, but it's also like super cursed and not really funny. It was actually more cursed and cringe than anything. It's not even funny. Like, oh, there's another thing you just created into like the skippity toilet universe, multiverse. I watched like a couple of those. Like, there's like thousands of videos. The guy is making billions of fucking views somehow. Don't tell me there's like a couple billion of freaking Gen Alphas out there watching this stuff. I know there's a few billion people in the world, but like, I know there's a thing called rewatches and stuff too. Like, but man, that's like a lot of shit you would have to keep rewatching ad infinitum. I know Gen Alphas don't have jobs yet. At least, well, let's see. Is it all Gen Alpha? Let me think. Because when does Gen Alpha start? You have Gen Z. Maybe the older ones have like a part-time job somewhere and going to school. Maybe. I don't know. The point is, like, I'm trying to get at is, like, a lot of the new generations are going to probably be watching it repeat because they're not working or doing much, I guess. I don't know. Skippity toilets, man. Yeah, that thing was cursed, seeing it on there. Just kind of a weird way of, like, showing, like, oh, this is a meme. You know, you could use a dead meme to illustrate something, I guess, with that video segment to be relevant. Something that's just super out of date, like Rage Comics or something like that. But do like a very cringe way of doing it. I'm going to actually take this. The other one's good too, but... Meme manager, huh? Yeah, what happens after... Well, it's not really much job security, because what happens after the election, you know? Regardless of the outcome, like... Do you just manage the presidential Twitter shitposting account or something with, like, memes that you make that are politically relevant to the president? Jeez. I don't know. Pussy. Yeah, it's... I don't know. Like, well, from my philosophy when it comes to memes, it's... At times, much of the time, not all the time, but much of the time, it's supposed to be kind of an escapism, like a lighthearted, funny thing, right? You know, something that's related to a person or something like that. It's like, oh, that's funny, da-da-da. They do have political ones, too, but it's like... Man... It's kind of like with sports, too. It's like, you know, people want to play sports and stuff, but then it's like... Nowadays, it's... There's always, like, shoving something in your face with politics. And sports is supposed to be this thing where, you know, people come together. Well, more people come together. I mean, you got the opposing teams. So they don't really... Some of them may not come together so much, but then they still kind of reconcile with one another. And have a good time and stuff like that. But then it's just like... Then you have this toxic shit, right? You know, ESPN and all these other ones. Where it's like, guys, we have to make this political. Like, why? You know, people try to avoid problems in the world and they just get face full of shit, like, right when it's, you know, right when they least suspect it. Now, I know with, like, when it comes to, like, Super Bowl ads, those have some politics to it to some degree. I'm talking about, like, doing other weird shit. Like doing performance shows with politicalness attached to it. Or like how do I describe it? Or, what do you call it? They're doing like campaigns that are all politically slanted too with things. Like behind the scenes stuff. I mean, everything's kind of coming down the line across the board, not just with like entertainment with sports. It's also like television, shows, movies. Music has always been kind of politicized to some degree, but been in here and there's nothing but death and dread. Oh, that was another thing too I forgot to mention. So they were, I was saying that they're remaking Scary Movie. Rebooting that too. Now I know that movie's like 20 years old at this point, over 20 years old. Sometimes you just gotta leave things be. It's been a while since I've seen Scary Movie as well. And they're still making Final Destination sequels too, I noticed. I'm not really big with Final Destination movies. I get it. It's all in kind of genre in the horror community. And then, you know, the same thing too with the Saw series. You know, that's its own kind of genre too. And then you got like the monster movies or the thriller stuff, so to speak. You know, somebody's getting chased after or going after other people kind of thing. You know, like Scream and Jason. Is that right, Jason? Because they had the last Jason movie or whatever. Was that right, or Halloween? Whatever, something like that. I did go watch that last one. I haven't really seen all of them though. I need to. How about this run, by the way? Wow, you just giving me... Oh, I have duality, don't I? Do I have duality? Oh, no, it's because I had the book. That's right. Okay, what do we got here? I am not surprised. Like I said, a lot of competition. All right, but that's not too bad, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.